Hello, it's Salty Egg 71. I hate to say this. Have you guys ever been in such a way that you get on your own nerves? I am very fortunate. My reality is mine. Over the past, couple years has, communicated with me about having attention deficit hyperactivity disorder and plus bipolar. So what I wanted to talk about were I have Tourettes and insomnia and ADHD and medication. Bipolar Kelly and Jack Skippy, I noticed some issues with sleep, and Be Strong 4, you were saying you were having a hard time sleeping with the time change now. My daughter's a very good case study in insomnia. My daughter is now 15 and she has Tourette's syndrome, and she's had it since she was very little. I have a picture of her on a horse, and I mean, I would notice this, but her hand is like this. Like, I mean, it's down by her side, but you guys can't see. It just got this curve in it. It's an unnatural position, and so she has had Tourette's syndrome since at least 4, and at 3 she had been diagnosed with benign paroxysmal vertigo. So one day she started crying and yelling in a room next to where I was, and she said, the room is spinning, the room is spinning. And so Renee presents with 2 neurological issues. The vertigo has pretty much corrected itself. Sometimes she'll say the corner of a room looks off, but so we have someone with Tourette's syndrome who's a young person. Now, she could not get to bed at night. I mean, this is years. This isn't someone who's a rebellious teenager, doesn't want to go to sleep. She couldn't get to sleep. So she has not only a neurologist, and she has a child psychiatrist as well. And the fabulous thing is, this child psychiatrist she has was a doctor of my doctor. So there's a connection between the mental health practitioners for Renee and Victor, because he has Tourette's syndrome and ADHD as well. She doesn't have ADHD. I'm just going to put the song back on to help me focus. Okay, so Renee was told, no, you're not going to be given medication. No way. It's not an option. And so what are you supposed to do when you have insomnia and you can't take any medication? Now, it is 10:30 and she's in bed asleep. So, so if you picture yourself being Renee, not being able to sleep, going back and back to the doctor, she has had to use a multi-pronged approach. She has CDs that have progressive relaxation, and she can't just say, oh, no, I don't want to use that, it's not good enough. She has no other choice to get to sleep. When she had time off of school, she would, I'm not recommending this because we're all bipolar, or most of us, or whoever's watching it. Anyway, when she had time off, she stayed up like very, very late, didn't go to sleep, stayed awake, used caffeine, and then got herself righted. Because it wasn't so much, she said that she didn't sleep long enough, it's that she didn't sleep when she needed to be tired. And she was like a very small child laying in her bed for hours. But now she has had success because without medication she had to retrain her brain, and the first thing she did was she always had to get up at at the exact same time every morning, exact same time no matter what. So here we are, let's say we're all on a desert island and there's only our meds but nothing for sleep. We would have to do what Renee did. We wouldn't just die, fall over and die. We would have to use other sleep hygiene techniques, and I'm grateful that I looked it up on the internet. But previously, she was given sheets to read on how sleep functions, about when the body temperature lowers and rises in REM sleep. So she had to be scientist of her own sleep schedule. So she used some type of audio, certain music that was calming, or progressive relaxation, or anything like that. Waking at the exact same time each day, and the fact that she had no other option, she had to do it. And she gets up at every morning. She doesn't miss school because she prefers to not have to write all her exams, and she did it. And I'm like, oh my Lord, she did it. She did it. And it was a big struggle, but there is hope. Now the other thing, Tourette's was contraindicated with insomnia. She could not have medication. She couldn't have Tourette's and take medication. She couldn't. Because she's too young. And the other thing is ADHD and medication. I had a previous psychiatrist who gave me stimulant medications, but she didn't figure out that I had bipolar. Then when I had like a psychotic break and was put in hospital, and was determined that I had bipolar, my doctor now tells me can't give you anything that you used to use for ADHD. So if anybody has ADHD and has any tips, because I find my self-esteem is really low because I'm always confused about what I should be able to do. And my daughter said, Mom, what are you good at? And I said, well, I have to go back to school. And she said, well, focus on that with your occupational therapist instead of focusing on what you can't do. Today she said that. So ADHD and bipolar combined, the only thing medically allowed is Wellbutrin, and it's an antidepressant, and I can't have it too high because my doctor's afraid I'll become manic. So, I see my son, he has a bottle of Ritalin, and I just think, boy, wouldn't it be so much easier. So I'm caught in the middle too. Renee was caught in the middle of, okay, insomnia. She's a young person with Tourette's. She cannot be on any type of sleeping aid. And then with me, I have ADHD. Oh my God, like right here, this is paperwork I was supposed to do. Here's paperwork. I was supposed to do that one, I was supposed to read this, and it's just like tons of stuff. ADHD, how does everybody else not hate themselves for having it? I'm asking a big question, aren't I? Okay, I love you all, and thank you for all your comments, and it means a lot, and it's very helpful. Okay, love you, bye.